welcome into your reading. This is going to be a general message for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys are all doing well. So in these readings, what we do is we pull some oracle cards in the beginning just to get a general high-level sense of your situation and what we're dealing with today. And then we'll start to pull some tarot and go into more detail and more specifics as the reading goes along, okay, in case anybody is curious about how these readings work. So we have one card already out from the Solace Oracle. This card is called School of Art. And when I was meditating on your energy, I did see a student-looking person. So this person was sort of like in a classroom, like a really big class, and they were kneeling down against the wall, and they had like a collared white shirt on. Okay, so it gave me this like school vibe. And then this card comes out and it's literally called School of Art. So it's very vibrant compared to the white that I saw in the vision. And so it's making me feel like this is a really good time for you to express and create, and to really not just create as in artistic ways, but also just create and cultivate what you want, the life that you want to live, a better quality of living. This could also be goals and aspirations that you have for yourself, right? That you're starting to maybe flirt around with this possibility, like maybe I can do this now, or maybe I can get into this hobby, or maybe I can, start to make some money or monetize my passions or something like that, right? Like those are just examples, of course, but it does feel like that where this is a really good, ripe time to take the action and play around with possibilities and really like get a sense and feel out your way or your new path to this thing. It doesn't make me feel so much like, how can I say, like you have a process, right? Like it's more so, let me try something. Let me try this out. And then the process will create itself from there, if that makes sense. This also talks about, how can I say, like accepting yourself, accepting the fact that there's something about you that is different, accepting the fact that I just heard, I don't know why, but I just heard like, I don't know who this is for, but like accepting that not everybody likes you. I don't know. I do know that as a Cancer, and I have a Cancer stellium, my sun, moon, Mercury, Venus, my midheaven is all in Cancer. So I can say that it always feels as though we are not liked, right? So, maybe there's someone that's listening here today that has been going through that, or really realizing like, not everybody likes me, and not really taking it seriously or not taking it personally, and just accepting that, hey, you are who you are, you're not everyone's cup of tea, right? Like, and that's okay, because I'm sure as a Cancer, you're very selective about the type of people that you have in your life as well. And not everyone fits in those categories of acceptance, right? So, maybe just realizing that you were different and accepting it and being okay with it and loving that. And then also expanding on it, like what does make you different? And then what value do you bring, or does that difference bring to the world? Can you help in any way? Even if it is just being a presence in someone's life, right? Maybe you inspire people in some way as well. I don't know. But we will definitely go into more detail and take a look here. I do love this artwork though. It's very bold, very bright. I love the colors. Love the eye. The Cancer is very sensitive to other people's energy, their energy of their surroundings. You could really, the Cancer is good at seeing through you, right? Seeing through the person and the motivations, and seeing through the situation and getting to the truth of a matter, right? So there is always something in the eyes of the Cancer. And I love that this came out here. All right, I'm pulling from the What's the Vibe Oracle deck. Let's see what comes through. It's a little dramatic. These cards, this deck is a little dramatic, but I like it. So let's see what comes through here. Okay, legal, lawyer's court paperwork. And that was sort of the, like, I know it felt more student-like, but it was very, like, dry of a energy or dry of a place, right? In the vision that I got of the person with the white colored shirt on. Very, like, white collared. It feels like the Cancer is in a white collared job environment in some way, and all this is a mask to what they really are, which is this bold, different, out of the box, colorful energy. It's like if people don't expect, right? People don't expect that you are a certain way. For instance, I was in corporate for 15 plus years, and I mean, I guess I was open with the fact that I was this way, right? I was a spiritualist. I identified as a witch. I identified as a reader, as a clairvoyant, whatever. And so, but some people like didn't know that about me, you know? So and that's very, very common, in the workplace or, you know, but I think in these days, in this day and age, it's just, it's more, how can I say, like open. You know, people are more empowered to express themselves and show who they are. So I don't know if you're flirting with that idea of like, can't I just be who I am, right? Like, oh, well, oh, well, if people think what they think, you know. So I don't know what it is that you're hiding or that you're holding in from the world, but this is a really good opportunity to really think about that and sit with it for a bit and ask yourself, like, why? Right? Like, what is it about you that makes you feel like you have to hide from the world in some way? Other than that, some of you may be going through a literal legal situation here. Or someone around you may be going through a legal situation that they are not being very open with, right? They're not talking about it. They're not... like they're keeping it from you. I don't know if this is you or someone else. It's very interesting to come through. What else for the Cancer, please? This is from the Path of Shadows deck. Yeah, a lot of paperwork, right? Like the Grimoire. So I know that this is also a dramatic deck. The Grimoire is coming out here. But the writing, the word, you know, the paperwork, I don't know, the system in some way, process, procedures, you know, things like that. And then you have the Vampire. So there may be something that is taking a lot of your energy here with the Vampire, right? Like sort of sucking it out of you. Maybe this mundane day-to-day, you know, type of life that somebody here is living is just, it's getting the best of them and it's sucking them dry, right? There's a lot in the eyes for sure. It's like somebody really, how can I say, like if you're dealing with somebody and they cannot tell you something, or this is you, right? Like you have a secret or you have something that you're keeping and you cannot tell somebody, but the other person's like looking at you like, what are you trying to tell me? You know? And there's like these eyes that are just like if only they knew, or if only they can see through you, they would know, but you just cannot verbally say it. Like there's this indirect, unspoken situation going on between you and another. Like somebody here is like wishing, like, I wish I could just tell you, you know, but I can't. This literally says hidden knowledge on it. I think that this will come out in the next 30 days because once we start getting the tarot out and all of that, you'll know that this is going to be a 30-day spread. This is definitely going to come out, okay? what is held in secret, what is held in the dark will show itself. And I'm a big believer in the truth always comes out. Like, people are consumed with finding the truth, you know, and they waste a lot of time in these schemes, or a lot of energy, mental energy, and like really like trying to get to the bottom of a situation and get the truth out. Like, for me, what I have come to realize, being alive 40 years on this planet, is that the truth always comes out. I don't have to do anything. Like, if I have a little spidey sense that, okay, something is up, right? Like, I'm already at a place where I know that things will unfold, and there is no sense in me really exuding so much energy into it. Yes, if I deal with the person, like, it'll be on my mind, and I will probably feel hurt, right? I'm a Cancer, right? Like, I am sensitive to those types of things, but at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to be dramatic and toxic and go crazy in, you know, trying to find the truth. Like, it will unfold. It will play itself out. Things will come to light, and they always do. And so if you are feeling like this thing is sucking you dry and sucking all of your energy out because there's a lot going on or whatever, try your best to learn techniques on how to relieve anxiety, clear your mind, de-stress, flow. Okay, just really flow day to day. This is the energy of the day. Okay, I'm going to deal with the energy of the day and then go on to the next day. The universe will bring you the information that you need to know. But let's get some clarifiers real quick before we go into the tarot. What is this legal card about? The Hermit. Okay. The 10 of Swords. So there is an ending happening here somewhere. The 5 of Swords. There's a fight. There's tension. Things are not very smooth. And the 8 of Pentacles has to do with money in some way. Typical court stuff, you know. But the Hermit here is saying, like, somebody is keeping it quiet. 10 of Swords is saying they're trying to end this situation. But they're having a hard time with the 5 of Swords. There's a lot of tension there. And then the 8 of Pentacles is working on it. Okay. All right. That didn't give us much. But let's continue. Start to pull some tarot cards. Go into your personal energy, mind, heart, body, soul of the Cancer. What is up with the Cancers at this time? The Cancer group that I'm reading for today, please. Cancer. It's in the Cancer's personal energy at this time. Who am I reading for today? Ooh, beautiful. Ace of Wands. Love that. What else, please? You have a lot of energy. A lot of energy. There's inspiration, motivation, new ideas, new way of thinking. Page of Cups, love it. Yeah, new emotional tie. And maybe you're just like coming out of a rut. It feels like coming out of a rut, and your emotional state, it just feels overall better, right? Like, you feel lighter, you feel less stressed, less tense. And it's sort of new because maybe you've been feeling really down lately or different. And I know that the Cancers go through phases. All right. So you may be coming into a phase of feeling inspired and motivated and wanting to express love. Also creativity as well. Yeah, because it's just a little boring or like let down, right? Maybe some of you feel let down. Like you want to just stir the pot in a way. Maybe the energy has been really dense and stagnant, right? It's like a bowl of water that's been sitting there forever and it's like nothing has moved it, right? Like it's just sitting there and it's just collecting. I don't know what water collects when it sits there for time, but you know, like that's what it feels like. And so it's like, pour it out and wash the dish, you know, like, let's go. Like somebody has to move it. Like there has to be action here with the Ace of Wands, right? The fire representing action and movement. Somebody has to move this steady, unmoving, watery, emotional energy. So you may be, I don't know, I'm feeling like move your body. Okay. Like if you don't know how to get out like of this energy, maybe step one could be like start exercising, take a walk, dance, you know, twirl. I don't know. But just like get the energy, your blood flowing and your blood pumping. But there is a new emotion coming through. This is an idea. This is a fantasy. This is still in the head, right? This is like in the daydreaming type of phase. And the more you daydream about this, the more you think about this, the more excited you start to become. But I would just watch it for the Cancer procrastination, you know, right? Like even if you have a daydream and you feel good in the daydream and you have an idea and you want to get it started, it takes a lot for the Cancer to like do the thing, because they'd rather do the things for other people, but when it comes to themselves, they put themselves last, right? So it's like waiting for somebody else to need something so you can put off doing something for yourself, okay? So it does make me feel this way. And I'm not just talking about like cleaning your room or getting your hair done or like those little things. I'm talking about like something big, like something that's really like satisfies this creative, passionate, internal fire that you may have at this time. Like what lights you up? What gets you excited? Like if you could be doing anything, what would it be? You know, like those types of things. Like you want to get up and go. You want to be out and about. You want to I don't know, decorate your home or go on a road trip or something like that, right? Like just figure out how to get up and go. What else for the Cancer? Two of Wands. So this is in your external energy. This is in your environment. So there's choices here. You have options in your environment. So this is either you needing to make a choice or someone in your life. What else? They're waiting on something though. Okay. Instinctively, I don't think this King of Cups is you, but it could be. Someone is very clear about the choice that they've made. And there's the Hermit at the bottom. We got the Hermit earlier. Someone's very clear about the choice they have made. This person is in touch with their feelings and their emotions. There's a protective quality that the King of Cups brings as well. It's a mixture, a really nice mixture of protective masculine with the ability to be empathetic and compassionate and, you know, bringing out that watery feminine energy as well. But this person has really taken time to sit with the issue at hand here and has made a choice, has made a decision. Okay, so I don't know if this is you or someone else. And maybe this is something that because they needed time to adjust and to make this decision. You were starting to feel like that they were not into it, or they did not, they weren't as excited about it as you. They weren't as, what is this? Like, if this has to do with romance, right? Or a love or relationship type of thing, like, because they took their time and they had to sit with their emotions and really like see what it is that they want or feel. To you, that you took that as a sign of they're not as into you, or they don't love you as much as you them, right? Like, it started as the days went on, it started to become like, you know, like they're not as excited about it, right? And I can say that the way the Cancer loves, no one can do that, right? Like, this is a type of love that is unconditional and all encompassing, you know? And that could be a lot for people, but not a lot of people are capable of loving the way the Cancer does. And we have to accept that and understand, because we never get the love that we give, right? We never receive it the way we give it, because people are not capable, right? They just don't, it's not that they don't want to, they just are not capable. So, but I do think that this person loves in their way, and this is their process. This is their way of doing the thing, of coming to terms with like a solid, clear truth about how they feel here. And that's just their process, right? Just the way you have your process, they have theirs. So to me, it doesn't make me feel like they love less than you do. It's they're at full capacity because they're a king coming through, male or female. So they're loving as much as they can, right? As they're capable of. Does that make sense? Okay. But there's truth coming out here. Could be in the form of a conversation, a message, words. Let's clarify. What is this Ace of Swords? The World. The Knight of Wands. They're very eager as well, similar to the Ace of Wands. They're very passionate. They want this life. They want this world. They will tell you, they will show you here with the Knight. Two Knights, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. One more. The Sun, yeah, okay. You'll be clear about it. It's fine. It'll be good. Just be careful. Like, just because it didn't happen how you envisioned it doesn't mean that it's bad, right? What was that? Five of Cups. I just want to know what the Two of Wands is here. What is the choice? Okay. It's just about, like, the reason why they had to step back and think it through was because the Five of Cups, like, there's something about loss and pain and disappointment and letdown, right? From the Four of the Cups that you have to the Five of the Cups. Like, this is the fear here. And they really needed to see and realize the Page of Cups, which is that this emotion, this connection, this feeling is real. Okay. All right. Let's go into more detail and pull, what is this? 30-day outlook. So we're going to break down the next 30 days for you, get some more details. What is coming through for the Cancer? What do they need to know, anticipate, prepare for? Cancer, please. Death, change, transformation, a rebirth. Here, it also makes me feel this energy of School of Art, of showing who you really are and not being scared. Like, either people are going to accept it or not, you know. Like, don't hold it in. I'm feeling that. Like, don't hold it in. If this has to do with the story here of you and this person, don't hold back how you feel just because you know that this person is not capable of showing their feelings the way you do, you know? Like, show it, be it. They have to see it. Here's the Justice card. The legal issues. This is fairness. This is balance. This is karma. This is things working themselves out how they're supposed to be. Right? Like I said, things will fall into place. Like, you will get the answers that you need. There's nothing that you need to really do, right? Just make sure that you are as true as you can be to yourself. These are big cards here. Cancer, I almost called you Libra. Death, justice, the Wheel of Fortune. Lots of change happening in the next week or two. Opportunities coming through as well. If this is not like actual legal stuff, this could be your workplace, corporate environment in some way. This could be signing documents or commitments, contracts. It's like, you gave me your word. You said that this was going to happen. You know, the time has come to pay up somehow. Not literally. It could be like money wise, but it could also be like, you promised, right? You promised that this was going to happen, right? It's time now to fulfill this promise. And I don't know if this is you promising or you're talking to the universe, God, source, spirit. I don't know. I don't know. This is a contract that was done before you incarnated here on this planet. I do feel all of the sudden some playful energy coming through. I feel some playful energy coming through. It's almost as though if you're going through like this transition and this change and you're feeling it, you're adjusting, you're settling into something. And maybe the other person is as well, right? And where something should feel serious, it feels playful, or it feels like this innuendo, or like this thing of like two people going through their own serious transformation, but sort of like grinning at one another, like, we're doing it, you know, like we're doing it, but not verbally saying that. It's just like an energetic feel, an energetic communication, if that makes sense. Here's the King of Cups again. It also feels like what once, sorry, I had to drink something. What once was taken too seriously, what once would just go too far, is now like, because maybe you've already started this process, it's not as hard as you think it was, or something like that. Like, what once was serious is not anymore. What once was taken serious is not taken seriously anymore. So there's room for fun. There's room for to breathe. I'm feeling breath with the wheel, right? Like a sigh of relief, or like some more freedom to be playful and adaptable and flexible, you know, not so rigid and hard and dry, right? Like there's color coming through, there's movement, there's experience, and like doing new things and taking risks, and like I'm even getting like some banter or comedy, or like, I don't know, like more personality, you know, more personality, like your personality coming through, or their person, something like that. And where once maybe you hid it, you masked it, you hid it with the dry hardness, now it's flowing. Now you can be yourself. Now you can be authentic. Now you can show these quirky, different parts of yourself. And whoever the King of Cups is more accepting and can hold space for this to work. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, middle of this 30-day period, you have the Six of Cups. The Hierophant, dang, you have big cards. So many face cards coming up here for you. The World. The Sun. Jeez Louise. Well, these are commitments. Look at that. The Justice and the Hierophant on top of one another. Commitments. This is like ties, bonds, you know, like bonding. I'll get some clarifiers because I'm super interested, but it does feel a genuine connection, a genuine bond, a genuine commitment. Life. The World today in this reading, because it came out a little earlier, it's making me feel like this is the life. Either the life that you want, the life that, like, something about your life here with the World. Blessings coming through. The Sun, the Wheel, it's crazy. Because of the changes that have been made, you're literally starting to see these changes manifest in your reality. Things had to change in order for all of this beautiful stuff to happen. It had to have, like, you had to go through a birth, or they had to go through a birth, like a coming out moment, coming clean moment, you know? And then it's like, okay, let's break this thing open and come out. Look at that. You have the moth breaking out of the cocoon or the web and all of that. You have this person literally breaking out of the head. Like, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm so happy about this for you. And the strength and the courage that it takes to do something like this, to be authentic, right? With the Hierophant, it's not just about commitments and contracts. This is about, like, your true self, who you are at your core, right? And what you believe in, what you stand for, your values here. And the ability to stand by them, and the ability to not waver, you know, like, this is who I am, like it or not, right? Like, that's what it feels like, regardless if you are in corporate America, regardless if, you know, you're in relationship or whatever. Like, it feels very strongly like, enough. This is who I am. What are you going to do about it? Right? Like, I'm here, I'm giving my all, I'm showing my all, right? I'm coming with everything that I have. And you expect the same from anyone in your life, you know. And there's no apologies, and there's no more needing to explain yourself, right? Like, I'm getting that too. Like, why do you need to explain why you do what you do to anybody, you know? So it's a feeling of empowerment, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of courage and bravery to be this way. And I wish more people were like this, you know, and because society and how we were raised and how we were molded and all of the mess that happens in this life teaches us that no, you cannot be, you cannot be yourself. You have to be what we want you to be, which is BS. All right, let's get the outcome here. We're going to look into the next 3 to 4 weeks, the end of this 30-day period, what's coming through. Okay, so far you have the 4 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Magician, one more, and the Emperor. Holy moly. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 12 cards in here on this side of the spread are face cards. Well, what are you manifesting? Yeah, some of this stuff has to do with your job, with your title, with your position, with what you're in control of, for sure. The power that you hold in a certain part of life. Little bit of pride, little bit of ego, but if that's what you need to create this, because when you're in manifestation mode and you're creating, you definitely need some confidence, right? Because if you're doubting and second guessing your ability or the spell or the intention that you're putting out there, forget it. Like, it's just gonna go dry. Like, it's not gonna work. You need to believe it. Therefore, pride and ego go a long way when casting. Whether you're doing that because you identify as a witch and you do spell work, or just overall energy work, right? Setting the stage, setting the intention, and pushing that energy out into the world. But you're definitely holding on to what you love and what you value here. It's being very selective and very picky of what you have in your life, which is no surprise. This is what you do. What and who you accept into your home, what and who you accept into your energy field. But a lot of this has to do with this romance and a romantic situation here. Cultivating, creating that, using what you've learned, using your skills, what you've learned from past experiences to be able to lead, okay? To lead this situation or lead your person in some way. Let's get some clarifiers. What is the Death and Justice card? Death, clarifying death. Okay, so if you subscribe to the channel or you just follow my channel and the readings, this past weekly reading for the Cancer, you guys had the death card twice for your weekly reading. So you were definitely going through some changes that week. And it's still coming up. It's still present here. What is that? The Hierophant again. Yeah, your belief system, what you value. Putting your foot down, right? Like standing strong in your convictions of who you are, what you want, how you're coming through. Like, this is me, like I said earlier, right? Like, this is who I am. And what? One more for the Justice. Maybe some of you were having a little bit of like an identity crisis or forgetting who you are. And I was getting a little bit of that like in the meditation when I was trying to pick up on your energy before I started the reading. Because yes, you go through phases, right? In your energy and your moods and stuff like that. But there's a lot of pride that comes with the Cancer archetype. And confidence, you know, yes, the Cancer may be sensitive and hesitant and cautious and doubtful, but at their core, they don't second guess their ability. They don't second guess their capability to do anything, right? Like they know that they can do anything. And so maybe you were having a little bit of an identity crisis of like, can I really do this thing? Or, you know, maybe you weren't coming through as forceful and fierce as you usually do. At the end of the day, you are a cardinal water sign, right? Like you're the path maker. You're the path setter. You set the stage, you lead. And there's a lot of pride and confidence that comes along with that. And I don't know, it felt as though you maybe lost it for a little bit, you know? But now it's like, no, wait a minute. Like, I am a leader. I can do this. What is Justice? Four of Pentacles. Holding on to this. So whatever is happening up here in the beginning of this 30-day period comes back around at the end. What's the Wheel? Holding on to the balance and the equilibrium and the authenticity that Justice brings along with it, right? Like not swerving anymore, right? Hierophant, Justice card, like all of this is like, it makes me feel like the changes happen. You've come out of the cocoon. You've had your rebirth, and now you are this new version of yourself or whatever. And so it feels like this unswerving, unwavering, like, no, this is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be this way. I'm supposed to be this way. It feels very strongly like that. So the Four of Pentacles is making me feel like you're not budging. The Wheel and the King of Cups. Temperance, beautiful. Wheel of Fortune again. One more. The Strength. Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, oh, I can't. Right place, right time, right? All of your courage to accept that the wheel is now turning and you're going. You know, whatever path this is leading you on, or that you're literally creating yourself. It's like, all right, here I go. You know, like, fuck it. I'm just going to do it and see what happens. Or I don't know. Because Temperance is like your angels, your guides. This feeling of like balance as well. And two things coming together to create one, right? And then the Wheel of Fortune again. I don't know. It's just very like inspiring, and this moment of like courage to make these changes and go down this path. Like not everybody can handle things like this. Not everybody can just go from one intense thing to another intense thing, you know, big things in life, right? Like just a little tweak or a little change in something can make somebody really like go crazy and you know, have anxiety and fear and doubt and all of that. But these things are like whole, like big, and you're just going along with this and doing this anyway. And it does take a lot of courage. And if this King of Cups is someone else, they are equally like needing their courage and their strength and belief to do this with you, to go along this path as well, to make these changes. Six of Cups, Hierophant. Six of Pentacles. 2 6s here. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. This is reciprocal energy. Something from the past may show up or manifest itself, but it's just a purity of emotion. Okay. This feeling, this connection, this contract here with the Hierophant is honest and pure. Oh my God, the High Priestess. You've felt this. You know that this has been coming. You know that this is destined. You know that this is part of your path, whatever this is. It could have to do with a job. It could have to do with documents and legal or paperwork and signing things and, you know, all of that. It could also have to do with a commitment, a relationship, because the Hierophant is a committed type of energy as well. But the Pentacles here is making me feel like it's manifesting itself in the physical, and your spidey sense, your intuition has definitely saw this coming. I feel that strongly. Like, you know, like you already knew this was happening. This was going to happen. What is this? 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. Building with somebody. The World and the Sun. Two of Cups. Okay. There's a relationship there. 9 of Swords. Whatever was perceived as toxic before, the opportunity to end this cycle with the World card and to bring clarity to this whole situation and to these projections around a relationship is coming through in the next 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So where there was once a pattern of toxic 5 of Swords behavior, selfish behavior, projecting trauma, defense mechanisms, you know, fights, tension, things like that, where something felt very fear, like you were scared of it, right? It brought you anxiety. It brought you like a PTSD response to things, right? Probably this toxic energy in a relationship. All of this in the next couple of weeks, there's an opportunity for this pattern, for these behaviors to either end once and for all, or at least with the Sun here, you identify that this is happening and where it's coming from and why it's happening. And maybe there's a good conversation, at least in the least, right, that can happen based off of this, because people can see that this is happening now, right? Like they're aware of it. And once you're aware of it, you can't be unaware of it. But relationship matters that have been negative and toxic are coming up in this time of the 30-day reading here, the 30-day phase. And I think you've known this whole time, right? There is commitment coming through along with this as well. It's like healing with the 6 of Cups, you know, and a feeling of being understood, being seen, talking it through, but at the same time, also like, I'm not going to change what I stand for here with the Hierophant. It's a give and take, you know, 2 people back and forth, whether that's like identifying everybody's faults here, taking responsibility for them and teaching each other or helping each other grow from it here with the 3 of Pentacles. It is definitely an opportunity for a physical commitment here in some way. And your higher self, your intuition has known this. 4 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. I know that this reading is taking longer. Almost done. The Star. This is what you want. You want it. You want this. It's part of the life that you want to live or cultivate or something like that. Just be careful, like, because with these beautiful things came the 5 of Swords, the 9 of Swords. Down here comes the 8 of Swords. Like, man, I know I am tired of all of like the anxiety that can happen with change, right? Or when dealing with other people. Like it's sometimes it could just be like, okay, like come on, like enough already. So I don't know, maybe this is not the end of this story here, right? Like you have the 10 of Pentacles, you have the Star, like this is blessings upon blessings. This is hope, faith, like I said, blessings, like getting what you want and holding on tight to this thing. You know that this is what you want. But why the 8 of Swords? This is all a mental thing, a mental game. How can you get out of that mental negativity? And if you're dealing with another person who is creating it and who also has it, like something has to give. There has to be like an explosion of energy here to be like, okay, like enough, because it's starting to feel like in my throat, like I need to breathe, right? Like I need to, like enough with all of this. All I can say is negative energy, you know, with these sword cards, like these are projections upon projections. These are defense mechanisms. This is, you know, people who don't trust each other and who like feel trapped and feel scared and, you know, like how do they really feel, right? Or like, are they lying to me? Or I don't know, like all kinds of stuff, instead of just being blessed with all of this beautiful stuff that is here. Magician and the Emperor. King of Pentacles, yeah, there's something about work, like I said. What else? And I know I get impatient, I'm sorry. And I also get passionate about things too. I know that this takes time and it's not from one day to the next. 9 of Cups, 2 of Wands, the Emperor again. Choosing love, choosing to be in control of your emotions, choosing to help control this situation, to bring dependable energy, to bring steady, sturdy, secure, strong, loyal, dependable energy to this situation. With consistency, right? Like that's where you start to alleviate a lot of these traumatic PTSD experiences. With consistency, once you're making a change. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, Cancer, it's beautiful, it's amazing, all of this stuff that's going on. At the same time, it comes with this thing of like mental anxiety and stress, you know. So I don't know, just try to your best to flow, to get out of the mind. And I know that when you are feeling a certain way, like your emotions dictate your mental status as well, you know, like it's all one. So focus on the good, focus on the blessings, focus on the things that you can control. Like I said, everything else will fall into place. What is a good takeaway for the Cancer today, please? Release. Let go of what no longer serves you. Whatever is not in your highest timeline, whatever is bringing you down, whatever, you know, the stuff that you're masking even, right? That you're trying to be one way when you're really this way. You got to let that go. Get all of the gunk and all of this heavy energy out of your chest, out of your throat. I'm feeling it strongly in my chest and my throat. Breath work. Exhale. You know. One more. Peace. Yes, cultivate inner peace regardless of external circumstances. Easier said than done, I understand. Just try your best. I wish you all the luck Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. Subscribe to the channel. Click the like button. That really helps the channel as well. If you want a personal reading, I do those. Just shoot me an email. My email is on the description of the video. We'll set something up. But good luck with this. Stay strong and just try your best to focus on the things that, like I said, that you can control here and release the rest. Bring peace into your life. Okay, see you on the next